Did you know that in this film there was two babies, I mean twin babies, one robot and one adult stunt double? Most of us watched Baby Days Out long time ago. This film was shot in 1993. That makes more than 30 years now. But that film was a hit here in Africa and I'm told in Asia. But that film was a box office bomb. That means it failed to return even the budget that they used to prepare the film. But that's not the point. The point is, I watched that film yesterday and I was amazed by the things that I overlooked as a child. So in this video, I'm going to discuss a few things that we need to know about that film. My name is Justin Shady, and in this channel, I'm going to create the videos about my perception, my views on different things. So please don't forget to subscribe, and also at the end of this video, please leave a comment down below and like this video, because it will help me, it will help to recommend this video to other viewers, and that will help me a lot. So let's get to it, guys. Most of us watched Baby Days Out in early 2000s, because that film was released in 1994 and it was shot in 1993 from August to December. That film was amazing because it talks about three guys who wanted to kidnap a 9-month-old child who is the child of a celebrity, who they wanted to release that child to take photos to take photos of that child to release it to the press, and then journalists, or rather newspaper photographers, were supposed to go to that family to take pictures of that child and to release it to the press. So these guys decided that we can use that chance to pose as the journalists or photographers and to go and to kidnap that child, and then to request for ransom from their parents, because they're celebrities and they're rich. Now they succeeded with taking that child, but the challenge was to take care of the child, because these guys didn't have any experience in taking care of the child. It reached the point that the child escaped, and then the whole film is about these guys trying to catch that baby, and they encounter different challenges, which is very funny. But when you watch that film, you'll be surprised right now to know, and you can ask yourself, how did they shoot this film? How did they shoot this young child in that unique way, in the construction sites, in the roads, because it's just dangerous for the child to be exposed to that kind of environment. And that's when I started to search and to understand how did they do that. Then I came across with the information that told me that the character of the child, which is actually Bink, was played by twin babies from one family. These babies were used simultaneously to record different scenes in that film, because using one child is very hard. And if you know that in Hollywood they are scared about two things: to shoot with babies and animals, because they are unpredictable. You cannot tell them what to do and they cannot do the way you want them to do. It's becoming a very challenge. So sometimes they use CGI, especially now there is a development in technology, but back then there was no chance for that. Sometimes you need to use a real animal or a real child. So in this film they used twin babies which come from the same family. So these babies named Jacob and Adam played different scenes. So in some scenes which were much safer, they used real babies, but in the scenes that were dangerous, especially on the roads or maybe in a construction site, they used a robot, and sometimes they used a stunt double. So now let's talk about this stunt double. This guy was actually 19, but he is a dwarf, so his physique allowed him to pose as a child. But sadly, this guy passed away in 2018 at the age of 49. This guy was named Vin Troyer. He's actually an actor who is a dwarf, so he played as a stunt double in scenes that they cannot use neither robots or real babies. Another thing you need to know about this film, though it was a massive hit in Africa and also in India, but it failed in box office revenue. This film had a budget of $48 million US. But after box office worldwide, means in America, Canada, and all over the world, it generated 30.1 million US dollars. So it was a failure. They had a loss of nearly 18 million US dollars. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to lose in one single film. So that's a bad side about this film, that though it was amazing, we enjoyed the film, it was a massive hit here in Africa, but it failed to generate that income, let alone to just return the 48 million US dollars that was used to as a budget for its production. But Baby Days Out did well in India because theater managers told the producer of this film that in India people used like 17 weeks consecutively watching that film. People were flocking to these cinemas, to the theaters, just to watch Baby Days Out. It was successful in a way that they remake that film in different versions, in different Indian versions during the 1990s. And one of the versions, they called it James Bond. So that film was success in India, but it failed to generate that income, especially that time when the majority of the revenue of the films came from America and Canada and European countries. But in Africa here, there is people used to watch it in VHS, which is actually generated less amount of revenue that cannot affect, the total film revenue. Tell me in the comment section below, when was the last time you watched Baby Days Out, and would you watch it right now? Also, in the scenes of the construction of that film, they used a massive CGI wallpaper to give the illusion of the Chicago city, because that construction was actually built in the massive studios. So they created this massive wallpaper to just show people like the construction was just outdoor in the middle of the Chicago city. But in reality, that scene was shot in the studio.